go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. To return is Roberts. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Nixon. Room here. There he goes, left side. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you got a team working together, and they got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. One semi-factor, if you want to call it that was brought up in the papers this morning here, Charles. You got a dome team on the road in a cold weather environment, first round of the playoffs in January. Do you think that's a big deal?
Ordinarily, I say no. But in this situation, because you're used to that perfectly controlled environment, some coaches will want their teams exposed to it. And if you're coming from a warm weather place and, even getting outside of your dome doesn't really help you, a lot of times they'll go on the road a little bit earlier. Go to a cold weather place, go to a place where there's a little bit of weather and practice there that week before the game to try and simulate the conditions they expect from game day.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's McKinney, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here now Roberts. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Come on. Hey.
They'll run on first down. Nixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Roberts. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Davis now. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
This is fielded at the 27. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On first down, Nixon. 80 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. On 2nd down now. Bernard, and little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Nixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in the game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Roberts. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. The running game fully in sync, 1 to 11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Fielded at about the 28. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Davis throwing to start the drive. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. DK Metcalf from 13 yards out. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as good running gets him to about the 44. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 56 yards.
And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
On first down, Davis.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Davis now throwing on first down. His throw incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Davis.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Davis fighting. He loses the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
What part of they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. So we come up. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. They run it more effectively and make it even bigger plays in the passing game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Middle they go. Nixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now on 2nd and 13. Davis over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. Touchdown, Cowboys! DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. point after, right down the middle. And this is back to an 8-point game. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Okay, ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. Bernard, and he is going to lose yardage here. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. They'll run on first down. Nixon, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Roberts has it.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go. Nixon, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. One quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. On 3rd down, Bernard.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
10 yards there and an Eagle first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On first down, Bernard, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive, 12 plays at length. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Davis. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
So a 4th quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
McPherson on for the point after. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
And out now come the Cowboys.
And that last pick-6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly.
Now Davis throwing after the interception. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throw left side complete. That's Harper.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going to...
Oh, a ball batted in the air and now it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now a handoff up the middle. Bernard, and he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Up the middle they go. Bernard down to about the 37.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover. It will really matter to the statisticians as this ball game is